Coach, coming off a big weekend win at the Citadel, and now this weekend coming ahead, Sunday at home against Virginia Tech, then Monday night against Duke, back-to-back ACC. I guess first, let's look back at the Citadel duel, a team that finished third in the league last year. To take 9 of 10 matches, what did you think of the way the guys performed on Sunday?
Well, I think, first of all, I would like to give credit to the Citadel. I mean, their program's made a tremendous amount of improvement in, the last couple of years. And we didn't go down there taking that duel lightly. I mean, we knew that they were a tough team, and, they're getting better, and they've had a pretty good year so far. And, we really preached to our guys to make sure that they were ready for battle. And I think our guys did that for the most part. I will say that, there were still plenty of mistakes that were made. I mean, I think that we wrestled the best we have, so far this season, a little bit better than we did against VMI and at the Wilkes Open. But I think that we still have a long way to go to reach our goals. And that was the message that we brought to the guys, and I was happy with the effort and the way the guys battled. And we still got to clean up a few mistakes, and some of our young guys just a little more consistency in how they prepare for matches. From the weight management to the warm up to just managing the emotions on a road trip, and that kind of thing. But yeah, I thought we wrestled a pretty good duel. There's a couple of mistakes that we're going to fix, and hopefully some experiences some guys are going to lean on and learn from. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good effort on Sunday.
To have 5, whether it's redshirt freshmen or true freshmen in the lineup, how are you kind of tracking the progress of? I think maybe they went 4-1 in those 5 matches against the Citadel.
Well, I mean, we've said it before this year that this lineup looks very different than it has the last couple of years, which presents a lot of opportunities. We got a lot of young guys that are looking to make a name for themselves. And, a couple of those guys really, stepped up and wrestled well. Aldo Hernandez in his first dual start got a bonus point victory, which was big for him. Logan Eller getting his first dual win. Some of those young guys, really stepping up. And I think the more comfortable they get being in our starting lineup, the more consistent they're going to be.
Seemed like you had guys that, maybe a decision was there, but did a really good job in the third period of stretching it to get that extra point for major stuff. What did you think of some of those performances to pull that off?
Yeah, I thought it was real gritty. I mean, Aldo Hernandez was the first one that sticks out. Him and Chad Bellis both, were able to widen their margins of victory to a major decision. Luke Uliano. I would like to have seen us, maybe in a couple other matches where we won by 4 or 5, try to stretch that lead out. But yeah, a lot of guys did do that. Stefan Monstry did a great job finding the bonus point victory. And, so there was a lot of great efforts there. And I think that's what we're going to have to do. I mean, we're going to have to, instead of winning matches by 7 points, we got to find a way to get, that bonus point margin, above 8 points. Or if we're, winning by 13, we got to find a way to get one more takedown in the tech fall. So
the rankings this week, still Will Miller and Carson Floyd both in the rankings, coming off tight matches. Will with a third period takedown, then Carson won a head-to-head battle of 2 ranked guys. Just your assessment of where they're at, and just to have those 2 guys in the rankings right now.
Yeah, I think they've both are definitely deserving to be in the rankings. I think that Will's had a very consistent year. I'm not sure what his record is. I know he's got 1 loss, but I think he is, really in a good spot. I think that, he's got to knock a little bit of rust off from not competing at the scuffle. And he looked a little bit rusty on Sunday, but I think the more he competes, the more, he's going to get kind of back to wrestling well in all 3 positions. And then Carson Floyd's someone that I actually think he's overlooked. I mean, I know he's in the rankings, but I think he's a lot lower than he should be. He's got wins, over guys that are ranked ahead of him that he's not getting credit for really in the rankings. And he's got a really good record. I don't know exactly what his record is, but I know it's, he's like 14-4 or something like that. But he's had a really good season and probably deserves to be ranked a little bit higher. But, just one match and 1 week at a time.
Looking ahead to the weekend, Virginia Tech on Sunday afternoon, Duke on Monday evening. I guess first off, Virginia Tech, I think they have 5 guys that have been All-Americans, and you've had some, pretty hotly contested duels with them, and just how talented they are the last couple of years, and just a little bit of preview of what to expect on Sunday.
Well, I mean, we know we have to be ready to wrestle. Virginia Tech's a top 10 program. They have been for probably close to the last decade, and we know that every time we wrestle them and we go up against them, that our guys have to be ready to battle, because if not, we're going to have a tall task ahead of us. I think our guys will be ready for it. I think it presents a lot of opportunities for some of our young guys. I do think Virginia Tech's a really good team, and having them and then a back-to-back day match with them and another ACC opponent, Duke, provides our guys the opportunity of making weight 2 days in a row. Because we didn't wrestle in the scuffle this year, and we only had a handful of guys at Vegas. Some of our guys don't have experience with making weight a second day. And so this is going to give us the opportunity to have our guys make weight 2 days in a row and wrestle against quality competition, and hopefully that's going to help prepare us for the Southern Conference Tournament and for the NCAA tournament.
For those that maybe aren't as familiar with how difficult that is or what challenges you face in trying to make weight 2 days in a row, can you kind of explain that process and what challenges that presents to your guys?
Well, I don't know that it's I don't think any of our guys will struggle, making weight the 2 days. But obviously, once you finish your match up on Friday night, you've got to, make sure that you're within, a couple pounds. And, our guys will, get a little warmed down after their match. And then we'll come back in on Monday, mid-afternoon and get another pre-weigh-in warm-up, and then the guys get +1 on Monday, which is very similar to the national tournament and Southern Conference tournament. So it's just good to get them in the habit of making weight 2 days in a row with two competition days that they have to prepare for.
You've only had one duel to date so far in varsity with the new bleachers and everything, and what that atmosphere, and just for fans that maybe didn't make it to the West Virginia match on that Friday night, what can you say to the people that may be interested in coming for what they can expect for the next two duels over those back-to-back days?
I mean, there's not a better bargain in Boone, for entertainment value. I think that, when you see our new bleachers and the new scoreboard and video board and our new competition mat, it just sets up a great competitive atmosphere. And if you're in Boone on Sunday and Monday of this week, I think there's not a better bang for your buck as far as just pure entertainment value. And it's against quality opponents. We're competing against ACC opponents, which we like to measure ourselves against. And I think it's a great opportunity for our fans and all the locals in Boone to come out and catch a really good home dual meet.